Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
It is no longer news that persons with disabilities are resilient. What makes this story different is how fast they were able to spring out and spring forth. Today on Against All Odds, we have the story of a young girl, Ella. Ella is deaf, she's an artist. She's been able to pull through the challenges that sprang through her life. How fast was she able to do this? How has she been able to cope? All this and many more we will bring to you on Against All Odds today. My name is Dushima Pius Ekiravi. Don't go away, stay with us. We will be back shortly.
This is Against All Odds.
Ella Onyebe is a talented artist based in Abuja. She has been partially deaf on both ears from birth, which makes it difficult to communicate with people without an hearing aid. But that didn't stop her passion for painting. In 2007, Ella graduated from University of Maiduguri with a BA in Creative Arts. Welcome back. The program is Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. I'm sure you're wondering. Yes, I did. I actually introduced Ella as a deaf person. She is deaf. And you're wondering why there's no interpreter with us? That's because Ella has hearing aid and she can actually do without an interpreter. Hello, Ella.
Hi,
How are we doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so what are you painting?
Actually just trying to do abstract painting of a lady's face. I like to paint ladies because I try to encourage them for whatever they do, and I am representing women and children in my art, and of course with people with disability. So most of my work, the way I interpret them, most of them had to also it still fall back to who we are and what we think about, and it all depends on where I find myself. I always know what to do and what I paint to.
So you actually mix different colors to be able to bring out a feminist face.
Yes, I do. I like to use bright colored. All my work, you see them with bright colored. So that's what I do.
Okay. So at least you don't depict that women are very sad and all that. You want to bring out the fact that a woman is very bright and beautiful.
Yet every time I paint, I make sure I paint what brighten people, not just about sadness or pain, because I don't want to put more problem to anyone else through my work. I want them to feel life. I want them to be very happy. I want them to be excited. I want my painting to be in your house where you see you're happy, not feeling sad or pain. Every artist have their purpose for reasons why they do what they do. But for me, I am more of bringing excitement, happiness, joy, peace of mind, and of course prayer. My prayer sometimes, come through my painting too. So I'm on the positive side, on the happy side of art. That's what I do.
So talk to us about this painting.
The title of this painting is Cycle of Life. It's what we go through every day. Whatever you do, you keep coming back to, So when you're a good person, you do something good, it comes back to you. So whatever you do is just like 360, it goes on and, off like that. So that's what this title is about. You can see about four, bigger painting, charcoal, and this other one on the edge. this one and this one are the same, but this one and this one, they are the same. Okay? So I just allow the creativity to keep flowing out while I work. If you see the other painting, you see some of them are bright, some are calm. This one I was able to make it calm because I had this brownish color around them. So this is also one of my favorite style and painting that I do. For every artwork I do, it depends on the mood I find myself and what I'm thinking about. Even if I'm sad or I feel pain or I feel worried or discouraged, I begin to paint, and before you know, I find myself going out of whatever trouble my heart at the moment. So art is just a way for me to be able to express myself and to find myself. The title of this painting is Smile.
Smile.
Yes. Okay, if you look at it, it's an abstract and mixed media painting. Only a little child have the bright smile with a yellow face. Okay, this painting is about children. When you see a child that don't talk, still growing up, and he looks at you. If you actually take a look at a child, that can smile now, they'll keep looking at you, and then the next minute they begin to smile. There's this bright feeling. Yeah, you can't tell them anything, but that is enough for you to know that they are telling you, "I love you," or "You're wonderful," or "You're beautiful." It depends on what the child is thinking about, but for you, it's healed your heart. There is, oh, exactly. And it's a wonderful feeling. Why I love it so much is because all I need is for you to give me a bright smile, for you to make me feel happy, not to make me feel sad. Some people, when they shoot it, shoot me, they give you the difficult look, and then you go home and then you begin to feel sad. What have I done to deserve that? You don't need to be that. But if a child can do it, how much more we adults? You need to also try to have a way to communicate with people with disability. You need to work hard to do that. We are all human, we're all together. So why would you want to make the other people feel less while, every other person, we are all the same. You can see, look at my work. That's the proof to you that I am working just like every other wonderful artist. I'm an international artist. I didn't just, not just today. I've gone to represent Nigeria. I don't hear well. But what I'm saying is, we are better together. Just showing love back, being there for each other. No matter.
This is against all odds.
We live in a society where persons with disabilities are left in their space to wallow in a dark room, printing negatives. For some who understand, agree that disability is not the end of a life, but the beginning of another phase. Though, to maintain disability is very expensive, considering the cost of assistive devices such as the hearing aid, interpreter, wheelchair, prosthetics, white cane, and many other devices. It's a necessary tool for them, and so life must go on.
Right from my childhood, I I don't know, my family, they have been there for me right from time. And I grew up to know that I couldn't hear well. From what they told me, they said they never knew I wasn't even hearing well until after maybe like almost 2 years or two, because I was so active, you know. It took them a while before they knew. That was one of my brothers told me. So, well, we got to find out I had to grow up like that. I have a very wonderful family who were right there for me, and they made sure they were able to help me through right from the stage where they were all available around in the house. I think it took me almost when I was 8 years old before I had my first hearing aid. I think they got it from the University of Georgia, Plateau State Teaching Hospital. So I was able to use that to hear better. But my hearing wasn't that bad as it is now because I think when I grew up, the less I hear. That's what I discovered because the hearing aid I've been used, I was using way back. I would need to make them a bit louder. Aside that, it's been very, very difficult. I'm not going to deny it. If I have to tell you the truth, this is the truth. For art, the first time I discovered art, I was quite young, maybe about 7 years old. My elder brother had a friend who enjoyed, who was his name was Bootman. He was a very popular person. He used to make cards, and he had this beautiful writing. You know, he made them, he paint on them, and all of that. I just noticed that I want to be an artist from the moment I saw them. After school, while I was in my secondary school, I could just see, I just get home, eat my food, change my clothes, check a cha, and the next thing I want to go to the art studio of Brutman. It was very interesting for me.
Ella didn't learn sign language. She has double personality. With the aid of her hearing aids, she can listen, understand, and communicate clearly. But without her
Actually, two
hearing
different
aid, she
persons.
can neither hear nor
When
communicate.
I wear my
Such
hearing
has
aids,
been her
when I
story.
don't wear my hearing aids, I am two different persons. Why? If I have my hearing aid on, I can communicate with you. I'm very fast. If you say anything, I pick up what you're saying and I talk to you. If I'm not wearing my hearing aids, you'll be talking to me. If I'm looking down like that, I am not hearing what you are saying. This is the truth. It's so. Imagine meeting very important people you're having meeting with to do what you want to do, maybe like some contract job, and then your hearing is stop. They begin to look at you, they get confused. They were like, but we've been communicating. Are you saying it that bad? I said, yes, it is that bad. I only put effort to make sure I can have a balanced, life with every other person. I still thank God because I pray every time. You know how some people come to, okay, let me pray for you, or like, no, it's okay. Some people actually get their healing fine. But let me tell you, God have a purpose for every single person. He allowed what needs to happen to happen. Now you need to prove to the world that you're better off without, you don't need to hear everybody. And that's what I've done through my art. So, my school days were tough.
Ella was studying economics but was in love with another course. Fine arts was her first love. She felt she would do better studying arts, but her parents refused. In her 300 level, she succeeded in switching from economics to fine arts.
I told the HOD, I said, I want to go to Faculty of Art to study creative art. My HOD said, why? Stay focused, put more effort, put all the effort you need, and then stay here. Economics is one of the best course that everybody knows. It's working for Nigeria today. Stay there. Don't. He did not sign me out. Whatever I did, I went back to the creative art department. I said they don't want to sign me out. My results are not so good, but they don't want to sign me out. Went back again. I think the personal assistant, or I can't remember, they actually finally signed me out. Actually, I started from part one. Everybody were shocked from my department lecturer to all the students because I don't know, somehow I was so popular then. People like to be around me. They know the lady who doesn't have but they were not using that. They put that aside and know my friend, so they were like that. People could not believe it. I actually left management science straight to art. And art actually embraced me in. So I knew I was in the right place at that time. It was a beautiful thing. Yes, it was difficult. For you to you're starting all at first. Ah, you left the whole almighty economist. You this and that. Everybody keep questioning. But you see, it was like a revival for me. Most students, my coursemate, they came to me. They said, "Ella, how did you do that?" Because it was like a new thing entirely. Happening there. I told them I did what I wanted to do. I started at first. And the first day of my lecture, one of my lecturers, who was right there from the first year till I graduated, he was actually my supervisor at my final year. His name is Mr. Blade Gundu. Yes, he was there. He's no longer in University of Maiduguri, but then he was there. He encouraged me. When he's talking, he will talk to me, you know, so that I can raise his lip. When I hear that lecturer is talking to me, sometimes I actually go to their face because sometimes this hearing aid we're talking about gets spoiled. And before you will get a new one, it might take you a month, it might take you very long because most of the hospitals don't have hearing aid on ground. They will have to order. And
In spite of all avenues to bridge communication gaps by her mom, who made sure she never ran out of a functional hearing aid, Ella still experienced societal barriers with some people who are not patient while communicating. She shared an experience while she was an undergraduate.
can I tell you that there was a day, one of my lecturers was in the class, we had a test, and she said, "What is intellect?" That's what she asked. What did I hear? What is internet? Now, what was I writing down? Definition of internet. Why internet is important. What you do with internet. I filled up that paper answering the wrong questions. The next thing after the test, I think a day or two, the lecturer called me from outside. He said, "Ella, you're very stupid. How could you do that? How can you be asking a wrong question? How can you come to this level you are? And you don't know how to spell intellect? You don't even know how to write. You were writing something different. You were foaming. You were angry. You could see the redness in her eyes. I was like, come on." I said, "Madam, I'm sorry. From that very test till now, I did not know until you mentioned it. If you write it on the board, I will understand. I know this is what you are writing. But when you say it out, I might not get the right word." That is how I have been living every day of my life. I had to go meet her the next day. I was crying because it was so heavy for me. I did everything I could to be able to answer her. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting emotional because it was so painful. I got a less, mark on that court because of what happened. I went to meet her. I said, "Auntie, I am too sorry." She said, "Do I? What are you doing in my office? Get out." I said, "Madam, please calm down. You know I'm not a bad person." I think that was what got her, and then she was able to listen to me. I said, "Do you know that I did not hear you well when you were talking?" She said, "Why didn't you ask?" I said, "Because that is what you said. If I turn and I'm writing having text, I cannot talk my fellow coursemate and say, what did he say?" That is actually teaching for what education is about. I mean, when you're doing your exam or you're doing your classwork, doing having text, you don't communicate with your fellow students. You say where you are. How would I have done that? I tried my best at that time, to explain things to her. I think she was able to understand, but it was too late because the next few days was my exam. So that was what happened. Okay, that is true. What if when you have the great opportunity standing before you and you hear the wrong thing? Are you going to start explaining? You have failed. I'm very smart. I think I am because if you see everything I do, you will know that I am putting my best to the best of what I can do. I might not be able to communicate better, but you will understand everything I am telling you. I try my best on that level. Okay? So imagine somebody else going through this. I can understand.
Now she could express her emotions through her paintings and with a very good support from her mom and her caring siblings. And with the cause of her choice, Ella became a happier person. At each point in life, Ella believes that the greatest of it all is love. She portrays life in a very colorful way, stressing the fact that no matter the challenges and pains, put them aside and be happy.
Some people sometimes, I'm sorry, I so much believe in God. Maybe that's the reason why I'm here. Because I know that some morning I wake up, I don't want to see the next day. I'm not encouraging anybody to take suicide. But what I'm saying is pain get to that point sometime where you see them not really happy. I get to that point sometimes, but I thank God I try to remember that, oh, I am a wonderful artist. I am a wonderful woman. I love you. You will love me back. I keep, affirming my all those words for myself. I keep trying to encourage myself. I say, I am happy. I will not be affected by anyone who want to make me sad. I refuse to be sad. I want to be happy every day of my life. I do the thing to make me happy. I paint what makes you happy. I paint and I make sure that you are all happy. That is how beautiful I have created my own world through my art and every other thing I do. I do painting on wall. Everything I do, I have wonderful clients. If they are wherever they are watching me on TV now, they will tell you that Ella is such an amazing person.
Painting showcases the resilience of a woman. She displays the strength of the African woman. In spite of her challenges, she still looks good and courageous. She encourages people to believe in persons with disabilities, make cautious effort to listen and understand them at all times.
I look for more opportunity like this. I want to go for art exhibition. I want to meet people like you. I want to meet more wonderful people, and I want people to be able to buy my artwork. So, it gives me more joy when I know that somewhere, most of my clients, they do the thing for me. I always ask them, if they say, okay, like my friend, she is from Germany. She bought an art piece. She said, I'm sending this artwork to my mom. I was like, oh, please, take a picture and send it to me, which she did. And oh my God, the mom was right beside the painting. And they sent me back a message and said, Ella, I am so grateful to have an artwork of yours. I want to buy more from you. So this is what I want to hear.
Wow, it's been an amazing time with Ella, I must say. Wonderful lady, passionate, hardworking, and very determined. You will agree with me. Against All Odds still continues. After this break, we will be back to show you the rest of her painting. Don't go away.
This is Against All Odds.
Ella, you know what I tell people? I tell people that women do not look like their problem.
No. They never look like their problem. And that is the proof I have shown you here with this work. This is girl power 3. Why is it 3? I did 1. Someone bought it immediately. I did 2. I did not even take it out for any exhibition. Somebody else bought it. I had to do 3 because I'm speaking to all the women to tell them, keep your worry behind. Keep your pain behind. Oh, he disappointed you. Forget about him. Take away trouble and put yourself in front and show the world how beautiful you are. Look good. Be happy. Work hard. I'm representing you. I put everything behind me just to make sure I live the kind of life I want to ever live on earth. To be able to stand out for myself, for every beautiful woman, and for people with disability.
Today, Ella is a fulfilled artist. She has participated in various art exhibitions, both national and international, in solo and group exhibition. Life is an open wound. If you nurse it properly, it will heal with time. But the scars will definitely remain, and it will be scars of honor that reminds you of your struggles, how far you have come, and how well you intend to move on. Always remember, life is a battlefield, and until it's over, you must continue to fight. But remember, you must keep your honor and dignity at top gear.
Sometimes it's a happy time, sometimes very sad, sometimes very painful, sometimes beautiful. So about relationship is not what you put in front of you, but how happy you are. If you're not happy, relationship means nothing to you. It means you're just wasting your time. You need to be happy. You need to put yourself first, love yourself first before you love anybody else. Because when you even love yourself better, you will be able to love better out there. You will love anyone.
Ella, it's been so wonderful spending time with you on Against All Odds. You know, today feels like Christmas for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Going through your painting, the narration, with the time spent with you, feels like ice cream in a very hot weather. That is how I feel. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. We're hoping to have you again. Do this with us next week, same time, same station. My name, Doshima Pius Ikerovi. Be positive and stay alive.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.